some chemical reactions, right? So what are the, we have also studied that haloarenes in properties. Haloarenes are less reactive. Haloarenes are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. We have seen the reasons why. Because the CX bond, it is having partial double bond character, and this is sp2 hybridized, carbon is sp2 hybridized, so shorter bond and stronger bond. This is what we have studied in first properties of haloarenes. Next, we are going to start electrophilic substitution reactions. Next, chemical properties, reactions of haloarenes. Electrophilic substitution reactions. In the last class, we have seen that an halogen atom, if it is attached on the benzene ring, we have seen that this lone pairs can involve in resonance with the ring electrons, benzene 5 electrons. So these are the resonance structures we have drawn. That is, here it carries the negative charge, here X carries the positive charge, right? And these two bonds as it is. Next, what happens? This negative charge in resonance with this pi electron. So what will happen here? Negative charge at which position? At the para position. Right. Next, what happens here? Negative charge shifting this side and it shifts here. So I'll write the compound with negative charge back on ortho position. Next, what will happen? Again, shifting of these electrons here, and this is back to the halogen atom. So you get back the original structure of haloarene like this. So what we observed that at ortho and para positions, the negative charge is increasing, or electron density is increasing. At which positions? At ortho and para positions. So basically, electrophilic substitution reactions occurs at which position now? Occurs at ortho and para positions, in haloarenes. This is why because of the mesomeric effect of the halogens lone pair with the ring electrons. Due to this, you will get the electrophilic substitution reaction at ortho and para position. Now we will see some examples of this one. Okay. Now we will see some reactions under electrophilic substitution. Of haloarenes. Okay. Now in this, first we are going to study about chlorination reaction, about halogenation you can say. Okay, halogenation. Now, any haloarine you can take. For example, I am taking here chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene reacts with chlorine in presence of anhydrous AlCl3. You can take FeCl3 also, there is nothing wrong. It gives two products, right? So what are the products you will get here is one chlorine substitution at ortho position and another one is substitution at para position. Okay, the other one is substitution at para position. So what are the products you got here? Ortho dichlorobenzene okay, para dichlorobenzene. Para dichlorobenzene. So you got two products. Okay. Now we should remember that mostly due to steric reasons, para products are obtained in major proportion. Ortho products are minor products. Okay, due to steric reasons, steric repulsion and all. So this is a chlorination of chlorobenzene. So chlorobenzene or any haloarine we can take, bromobenzene also you can take, plus chlorine, anhydrous AlCl3 gives rise to orthodichlorobenzene and para-dichlorobenzene. So this is, major product is para, minor product is ortho. So this is chlorination of benzene. Next reaction under electrophilic substitution we are studying here is nitration. The first year also we have studied nitration. Okay, how does nitration takes place for benzene? With a nitration mixture. What is nitration mixture? Concentrated HNO3 with H2SO4. The same thing here we are taking. Haloarenes like chlorobenzene. Okay, chlorobenzene. On treating with the mixture of concentrated HNO3 and H2SO4. The electrophile, what is electrophile in this reaction? Nitronium ion. The nitronium ion attacks on the benzene ring, right? At which position? At ortho and para positions. So you get same two different isomers. Orthochloro nitrobenzene and this one is para-chloro nitrobenzene. So you got two products again. So in nitration, what is the electrophile? Nitronium ion, right? So ortho is always here it is always minor, and para here is major product. It is the major product. So what is nitration? Here we are taking reagent concentrated HNO3 with H2SO4 mixture. So nitronium electrophile attacks at either ortho position or para position, any one of the positions, so that you get orthochlorobenzene or orthochloronitrobenzene or para-chloronitrobenzene. Ortho is minor product, para is major product. Okay. Next reaction under electrophilic substitution, that is sulfonation. As you know, in first year also we have studied Sulfonation is done with oleum or fuming sulfuric acid or highly concentrated sulfuric acid. What is electrophile in sulfonation? It is neutral, that is SO3 electrophile, right? Now let us see how the reaction takes place with chlorobenzene. Sulfonation takes place with chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene with oleum, or you can take fuming sulfuric acid, anything. That is concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, concentrated. So what happens here? Okay, if it is oleum, then you can write the formula. This one also H2H2O7 also, or you can write concentrated H2SO4. Anything is accepted here. You can write like this. What happens then? Chlorobenzene. You know that it should direct the electrophile towards ortho or para position, right? If ortho position it is there, then here I have write ortho position SO3H, and the same way you can also get a para position SO3H group. So what is this compounds you got is, this is orthochloro benzene sulfonic acid, right? This is parachloro benzene sulfonic acid. So as you know, here also the same thing. Ortho is minor product, para one is major product. Okay. So what is this reaction? Sulfonation. What is the electrophile? SO3. And what is happening? SO3 from the oleum or fuming sulfuric acid will attack at ortho or para position. So you get two isomers, orthochlorobenzene sulfuric acid and parachlorobenzene sulfuric acid. Para is the major product, ortho is the minor product. Next we will see next reaction. So next reaction we are seeing here is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Okay, now you know that Friedel-Crafts alkylation acylation already we have dealt in first year also. What is the reagent we will take? Any alkyl halide in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. The same reaction we are doing here. Electrophile is alkyl cation, right? So let us take chlorobenzene, haloarine, any haloarine you can take. Chlorobenzene. When it made to react with methyl chloride, in the presence of what catalyst is anhydrous AlCl3. So methyl carbocation is generated, that is the electrophile which attacks on ortho or para position. So the products are methyl group, this benzene containing one methyl group at ortho, this is one isomer you will get, and the other one is para isomer at para position. Right? So what are the products you got here? Ortho, chloro, toluene, okay, and para, chloro, toluene. Orthochlorotoluene and parachlorotoluene. Orthochloro is a minor product. Parachloro is the major product you will get in this reaction. Okay, so what is this reaction? It is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Chlorobenzene when undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation with methyl chloride. You can take ethyl also, there is no issue. The reagent is any alkyl halide with here anhydrous AlCl3 catalyst. So the alkylation takes place at which position? Ortho and para positions. So you get ortho isomers and para isomers. Out of which ortho is a minor product, para is a major product. So next we will see Friedel-Crafts acylation. Next reaction is Friedel-Crafts acetylation. Friedel-Crafts acetylation, or you can say acylation. Acylation also, or acetylation. Right. Now, what is here happening in this reaction? Friedel-Crafts acetylation we have already seen in the first year benzene reactions. So, what are the reagents you will take? Acetyl chloride or any carbonyl halide in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. Electrophile is acetyl or acyl carbocation, right? Now, what is acyl group? Already you know acyl group means RC double bond O group is called acyl. So, this carbocation is electrophile in this reaction, right? So, take chlorobenzene and treating with here acetyl chloride in the presence of anhydrous aluminium chloride AlCl3 Friedel-Crafts catalyst. Again the same thing here, you are going to get ortho and para isomers. This is the ortho isomer and this is para isomer. Okay. So what is the name of this product is orthochloro acetophenone. What is the name of this product? This product is parachloro acetophenone. Orthochloroacetophenone and parachloroacetophenone is formed as a product. Automatically here again the same thing I would like to repeat. Here this ortho is a minor product, para is a major product. Okay, so what is Friedel-Crafts acetylation or acylation reaction? Acyl halides reagent is acyl halides in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3 we are taking. Chlorobenzene when reacts with acetyl chloride in anhydrous AlCl3 produces two isomers orthoacyl chlorobenzene or orthoacetyl. If you take acetyl chloride, you should say it as a, you can say it as a orthochloroacetophenone, which is acetyl group. So acetophenone we are writing. Parachloroacetophenone, out of which what is the major product? Parachloro is the major product. Orthochloroacetophenone is the minor product. Okay, then we will see next reactions. So next reactions of haloarenes are reaction with metals. In this reaction with metals, we are going to study two named reactions. In that, first one is Wurtz-Fittig reaction, and another one is only Fittig reaction. Okay, now let us see what is Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Okay. When a mixture of haloalkane, haloalkanes and haloarine, haloarine. You can write alkyl halide also here, no issue. Alkyl halide. Here you can write aryl halide, there is no issue in this aryl halide. Okay, when a mixture of an alkyl halide and aryl halide is treated with sodium metal in dry ether solvent, produces or forms alkyl arenes, okay, alkyl arenes as products, or alkylated arenes as products. This reaction is known as Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Generally, I am writing Rx plus 2Na plus X with benzene ring. I am writing like this. So, one alkyl halide, one aryl halide. Okay, haloarine. These two reacts with sodium. Same like Wurtz reaction, we are eliminating 2NaX here. It gives R attached to benzene ring with 2NaX. This only we are calling it as alkyl arenes. Alkyl arenes means alkylated benzene is formed as a product. Example, methyl chloride when reacts with sodium metal with chlorobenzene. Okay, as you know, this is in dry ether. I have already mentioned it. This solvent is dry ether. So it forms what? CH3 with the benzene ring plus 2NaCl. This is what? Alkyl benzene. That is methyl benzene. Methyl benzene is nothing but what you are getting there? Toluene. So this reaction is called as Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Okay. Next reaction with metals is Fittig reaction. Okay. Fittig reaction. Now what is Fittig reaction? Means when aryl halides or haloarenes are treated with sodium metal in dry ether, produces or forms diphenyl, or you can say biphenyl also compounds. This reaction is known as Fittig reaction. Example, any aryl halide I am taking like benzene with X plus 2Na plus one more, let us take. So same thing here, elimination of NaX here I am writing. Okay, na? In dry ether only, this is also dry ether only. Okay. So what you will get here, two benzene rings attached with each other plus 2NaX. 2NaX. This is biphenyl. It is biphenyl, or you can call diphenyl. There is no issue. Two members. Okay. Biphenyl compounds are produced. So you write like X, anything you can take. X is bromine if I assume, plus 2Na, bromobenzene if I take. Okay. Okay. 2 moles gives rise to biphenyl compound plus 2NaBr. This reaction is called as a Fittig reaction. Okay. Okay. So we have seen the reactions of haloarenes also. Now the last topic of this lesson is some important. We are studying some important, or you can say commercially important, polyhalo compounds. Polyhalo compounds or polyhalo hydrocarbons. Now, what are these things? Generally, in industrially or household purpose, we are using many of the halogenated compounds. Here, we are going to study about few of them. That is, for example, you take chloroform. Chloroform. As you know, the chloroform is formula is CHCl3 chloroform. In industries, it is used majorly for manufacturing of, or for production of, you can say, for production of refrigerants. Okay. Refrigerants means the cooling agents, the chemicals which are used in the fridges or any sort of cooling devices. This chloroform is used for preparation of such chemicals which are used in fridges. Also, chloroform is used in labs. In labs also, like for manufacturing or for production of some organic compounds. Some organic compounds also. Organic compounds also. It is used as a solvent also. It is used as a fire extinguisher also. It is used for fire extinguisher also. And chloroform is highly sensitive to the light and air. It reacts with oxygen. Chloroform reacts with oxygen to form a compound called as phosgene. Okay, phosgene. This compound is also called carbonyl chloride. Carbonyl chloride. It is a highly poisonous gas. Okay, so like this here what we are getting, byproduct is HCl, right? So this reaction happens when chloroform reacts with oxygen, or it undergoes oxidation in air in the presence of light. So basically chloroform is stored in dark and cold conditions in dark colored bottles. So this is about chloroform. Next we will see about another compound, iodoform. As you know, iodoform is CHI3, like chloroform it is CHCl3. Okay, chloroform is formula is CHCl3. Iodoform is CHI3. Chloroform is also called trichloro, or the IUPAC name is trichloromethane. Similarly, this is triiodo. It is triiodomethane. It is. Now, basically, iodoform is also used in some of the iodination reactions, and also it is used as solvent also. It is also used for treatment of, it is also used for dressing, you can say, for dressing to avoid infection, for dressing of wounds. Okay, it is also used under name of tincture of iodine. Okay, it is used for disinfecting. Okay, for treatment of wounds it is used. That is iodoform. It is used for the medical purpose. Similarly, one more reagent, one more polyhalogen compound is carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride. Now, carbon tetrachloride formula is CCl4. It is tetrachloro, IUPAC, tetrachloromethane. It is tetrachloromethane. It is. Okay. Now, carbon tetrachloride is also used as a solvent in industry, and it is also used as a freon. Okay, refrigeration. Freons, that we will see in the next freons topic. So, this is used also in freons. And carbon tetrachloride is also unstable. If it reaches, basically if it reaches the stratosphere, you know that it can undergo photochemical decomposition or free radical reaction can happen, and it can result in ozone depletion. Okay, so that is about carbon tetrachloride. Next, one of the commercially important polyhalo compounds called freons. Now, what are freons means? Chloro and fluoro compounds. Fluoro and fluoro compounds of methane and ethane. Chloro compounds of methane and ethane are basically called as freons. Okay. Now, under the commercial name, one compound is there, freon 12. It is CF2Cl2. It is written like this. Okay, difluoro methane. It is used as a refrigerant, and these chlorofluorocarbons are stable in troposphere. Once they reach stratosphere, they will undergo decomposition and they can cause ozone depletion. In the stratosphere. And one more important polyhalogenated compound is DDT. Now, what is a DDT means? What is a DDT? Full form of DDT is dichloro-diphenyl. Okay, here I will write capital D. This is abbreviation. Dichloro-diphenyl. Here it is the T. Trichloroethane. Initially, this dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane it was used as pesticide or insecticides and pesticides. It was effective against killing the insects, but due to its bioamplification, it is fat soluble. DDT is fat soluble. Due to the fat solubility, the molecules of DDT accumulates in the animals, fat tissues in the animals, birds or fishes or any other organisms, even in humans also. And at higher concentrations, it can cause high damage, or it is poisonous. So it is toxic for fishes also, in the marine organisms and all, fishes also. So this is having a bad effects on, or it is acting as a toxic or poisonous compound. That is why this DDT is banned in some countries. Okay. Now coming to the structure of DDT. It is dichloro-diphenyl, we are writing here. 2 chlorobenzenes, dichloro-diphenyl. Okay. Trichloro. Ethane means here one carbon, ethane. So this is structure of DDT. Okay. P dash, why we have taken, this is one para position, this is P dash. You cannot take both at a PP only. Why? Because this is one chloromolecule, this is another chlorobenzene molecule. So that's why P dash we have taken. Dichloro means at para and para dash 2 chlorines. Diphenyl means 2 phenyls. Trichloro means 3 chlorines here. Ethane means these 2 carbons. This is structure of DDT. With this we have completed haloalkanes and haloarenes.